Assalamualaikum viewers, welcome back my YouTube channel. Today we discuss about lesson number 14, consumer buying behavior. A model of consumer behavior. Consumer make many buying decisions every day. Most large companies research consumer buying decisions in great detail to answer questions about what consumer buy, where they buy, how and how much they buy, when they buy and why they buy. Marketers can study actual consumer purchases to find out what they buy, where and how much. But learning about the whys of consumer buying behavior is not easy. The answers are often locked deep within the consumer head. The central question of marketers is how do consumers respond to various marketing efforts the company might use. The company that really understands how consumers will respond to different produce features, prices and advertising appeals has a great advantage over its competitors. The starting point is the stimulus response model of buyer behavior shown in figure. This figure shown that market and other stimuli enter the consumer black box and produce certain responses. Marketers must figure out what in the buyer black box. Marketing stimuli consist of the four pieces: product, price, place and promotion. Other stimuli include major forces, events in the buyer environment, economic, technological, political and cultural. All these input enter the buyer black box where they are turned into a obs- ob- observable buyer response: product choice, brand choice, dealer choice, purchase timing, and purchase amount. The marketers want to understand how the stimuli are changed into responses inside the consumer black box, which has two parts. First, the buyer characteristics influence how he or she previous and reacts to the stimuli. Second, the buyer decisions process itself affects the buyer behavior. This chapter look first at buyer characteristics as they affect buyer behavior, and they discuss the buyer decision process. B factors including consumer behavior: cultural, social, personal, psychological. Number A, cultural factors. Cultural factors exert the broadcast and the deepest influence on consumer behavior. The marketer needs to understand the role played by the cultural, subcultural and social class. Number one, cultural. Cultural is the most basic case of a person wants and behavior. Human behavior is largely learned growing up in a society. A child learns basic value, perceptions, wants, and behavior from a family and other important institutions. A person normally learns to or is exposed of the following values: achievement and success, activity and involvement, efficiency and particularity, progress, material comfort, individualism, freedom, humanism, youthfulness and fitness, and health. Difference in our culture: international marketer must understand the culture in each international market and adapt their marketing strategies accordingly. Number two, subcultural. Each cultural contains smaller subcultural or group of people with shared value system based on common life experience and situations. Subcultural include nationalities, religions, racial groups, and geographic regions. Many subcultural make up important market segment, and market often design product and marketing programs tailored to their need. Here are example of four such important subcultural groups. Number three, social class. Almost every society has some form of social class cultural. Social classes are society relatively per- permanent and order division whom members share similar value, interest and behavior. Social class is not determined by a single factor such as income but is measured as a combination of occupation, income, education, wealth and other variables. In some social system, members of different classes are reared for certain roles and cannot change their social position. Marketers are interested in social classes because people within a given social class tend to exhibit similar buying behavior. Number B, social factor. A consumer behavior is also influenced by social factors such as the consumer small group, family and social role and status. Number one, group. Many small group influence person behavior. Group that have a direct influence and to which a person belong are called membership group. In contrast, reference group serve as direct face-to-face or indirect point comparison or reference in confirming person attitude or behavior. Reference groups or which they do not belong often influence people. Marketers try to identify the reference groups of their target markets. Reference groups expose a person to new behaviors and lifestyles, influence the person's attitudes and self-concept, and create pressures to comfort that may affect the person, product, and brand choices. The importance of group influence varies across product and brand. It tends to be strongest when the proselyte is viable to other whom the buyer respect. Manufacturer of product and brands subjected to strong group influence must figure out how to reach opinion leader people within a reference group. How? Because a special skill, knowledge, personality or other characteristics excel influence on other. Many marketers try to identify opinion leader for their product and direct marketing efforts toward them. In other cases, advertisements can simulate opinion leadership, thereby reducing the need of consumer to seek advice from others. The importance of the group influence varies across products and brand. It tends to be strongest when the product is visible to other whom the buyer respect. Purchases or product that are bought and used privately are not much affected by group influence because neither the product nor the brand will be noticed by other.